A really common question that comes up in almost all sales forums that I'm part of or from salespeople that I work with is, I have a sales job right now. What kind of side hustle can I do to make more money? I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. It's 9:33 in the morning here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. And I see this a lot where someone will be in an industry and they'll say, hey, I'm just not making enough money. What can I do as a side hustle? And my first question is like, are you maxed out in what you could do in your industry? Okay. So this is normally the way the conversation goes. Person comes to me and says, hey, Scott, I really want to do a side hustle. What should I do? Here's me. Are you maxed out in your industry? Are you making the most amount of anybody? No, that's an odd question. So here's the thing. My thing is, why are you not focusing on getting better in your own product, in your own service, and why are you trying to chase rabbits? So my dad, as a kid, would say, hey, look, if you're trying to chase too many things, it's like trying to chase two rabbits at one time or chase smoke. I see salespeople fall for this a lot because in their mind, they see everybody on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and everywhere. They're crushing it. They're killing it. They're 10xing it. They're 100xing it, right? But the reality is most of those people aren't. You know, when you look at the sales population, there's like 100% here, 20% are really the people who are doing it, but out of that 4 to 6% are really the closers, and 1% is really the person out there who's doing it, just crushing it and really making all the money. And it's a statistical way to look at everything. So here's the thing. If you're like, hey, Scott, what should I do for a side hustle? My first question for you is, are you maxed out in your industry? And if you're not, I would say, don't go chasing after a side hustle. Figure out what you got to do to get really good at your job so that you don't have to go do a side hustle and learn something new and try to get it. Look, get sales basics mastery down. Stop playing all these games. Like, you know, I talk to people sometimes and they're like, I work with this MLM and this MLM and I do this for my day job. It's like, how in the world do you have time to do all that stuff? How can you focus on that many things? There's only so many things that I could focus on, right? I could focus on like sales training. I could focus on body language. I could focus on marketing. And that's a push. So there's like 3 things right there. And those are really big topics. So how in the world is it that you're focusing on your job and then this avenue of income and this avenue of income? Well, you know, Scott, the average millionaire has 7 different avenues of having their money. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I've sat down with some very wealthy people. Not rich, wealthy. And you know what they said? They said, get good at one thing. Get good at one thing. And then you know what you do? As soon as you're done getting good at that one thing, then move on. Then get good at another thing. And then get good at another thing. And then here's what they don't tell you. Here's the little tiny secret they don't tell you. Somebody who's really wealthy, they look at a company, they look at an industry, and they're like, I want to do that. But you know what? I don't have time for it, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hire a manager that knows what they're doing, and I'm going to pay them really well. And they're going to run it for me, and they're going to do it for me. Oh, no, but Scott, they have multiple streams of income. I'm like, yeah, and this is what I'm explaining to you, right? There are ways to automate. In the internet, digital world, there are ways to automate different companies and different products, but this is the way. If you look at like really wealthy people, this is what they do. They get really good at something, they make their money, they open another company, they get really good at something, and they're like, now I've got 2 streams of income. I just said 4. Now I've got 2 streams of income, and so now I'm going to open another company, and I'm going to have somebody run it for me, okay? So there's a lot of misconceptions out there. Yes, I will tell you there are ways to not have to hire managers. It's one of the hard ways to do it. I get it, right? I'm not talking 100% of the time. I'm talking in generalities. So if you're sitting here going, hey, I'm looking for another side hustle, I'm asking, why are you not good at what you do so you don't have to get a side hustle? How come you're not working your butt off to figure out how to be the best in your industry, right? So if you're looking down at the breakdown, there's 100% of the sales population, 20% of those people are good. It's going to break down like this. 16 of those people are good, but 4 are way better. And then it's going to break down even further and go, 3 of those people are good, but 1 is the best. Why are you not looking at being the best guy in your industry and figuring out what to do? And then figure out a side hustle to do on the side. Put all of your energy in being a better closer. Stop chasing all the white rabbits and figuring out like, well, this guy's doing it, and this guy's 100xing it, and this guy's 1,000,000xing it, and this guy's on Instagram with a Ferrari and a Lamborghini and, you know, a pet monkey. I don't know what these people want. I don't know what they do, right? Everybody's got different goals. You got to have your own goals. But if you're sitting there going, I got to figure out a side hustle, and you're not the best at what you do, to an extent, you are wasting your time. So if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, a story, that'd be fantastic. To the right, to the left, there is a subscribe button. You know what you got to do. You got to subscribe. And then last of all, you can send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. why not even LinkedIn? Scott Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.